Hello and welcome back. If you're new, my name is Julia, and today we're gonna make the viral rosettes ribbons that are going around on Pinterest and TikTok right now. My plan today is to make these for my friends for Christmas. So yeah, let's just get started. I have all of these patterns and fabrics laid out, so I'm gonna pick and choose a couple of these for each one. I'm thinking I'm gonna make about probably at least 5. So yeah, I'm gonna show you one now, and then I'll make a couple others and show you everything that I've made at the end. For this one that I'm gonna show you, we're gonna do a kind of brown one with some lace. I have some lace here, as well as some tulle. The only thing about the tulle is that I'm not sure if it's gonna work with the glue that I have. This is glue specifically for fabric, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm just gonna try it and we'll see how it works out. So you may have seen these going around on social media. There's a lot of different ways that you can make these in terms of like the shape of the ribbon and what kind of fabrics that you can use. I'll put a couple examples over here. But yeah, I'm gonna do a couple different ones. I want to see however like many patterns or just like ways of putting it together I can do. And then at the end we're gonna put a little like pin backing on it. So let's do this. For my main back piece, I'm gonna go with this dark polka dot brown, and then I'm gonna go lighter in color as I go to the front, and then we're gonna finish off with a wooden button like this. So I'm gonna start by cutting up this polka dot fabric into strips. I'm thinking I'll probably cut these into strips that are about 1 inch thick. If you want to be really precise with the thickness of your strips of fabric, I would definitely use a guide, but I don't think I'm really that concerned about that right now. And then we're gonna just have multiple even length, just about the same length of these strips. So right now I've cut 3. So you can think of this like a flower. You can cut as many strips as like the petals kind of that you want on this rosette. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your strip and fold it in half. And then I'm gonna use the fabric glue and glue these pieces together. And I actually think I'm gonna kind of angle these a little bit so it makes a little loop like this. I'm gonna glue them like that. I have my glue right here. I'm just gonna put just a little bit. And attach it like that. And then I'm gonna do that with this. The thing about this glue is that it's fast drying and it also leaks. So you gotta be careful about how you store it. So I have these 3. And I think I'm probably gonna make about 5 more of these. Just like that. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these. So I hope you can see it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put one of these on top of the other and go around like this. You gotta make sure when you first cut these that it's a little tiny bit bigger than what you want it to be, because it's gonna get smaller once you put it all together. So now I'm just gonna glue these together now. And for this last one right here, we're gonna put it on the last one, and then just take the first and put it right over. That way it's fully symmetrical. And then when you're done, I'm just gonna let it dry for a couple seconds. And it should look something like that. Like this. And now we're gonna move on to this checkered print here. I feel like if I were to do this exact thing again, it's a little bit boring. So what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna cut shorter strips. Shorter as in thinner and not like lengthwise. Although I do think that if I do shorter lengthwise, it could work too. So actually what I'm gonna do is I have this like full like length sheet like this. I'm gonna not unfold it. I'm just gonna cut, since it's like folded multiple layers like this, I'm just gonna cut this way so that it's, when you unravel it, it's longer, and then I'll cut off of that. And I think actually if you do it this way, the overall balance of like the strip that you cut is going to be a lot more even. Okay, and then so I just cut the top piece off, so when I unravel it, it's just like that. And yeah, so this next one is really easy. You're just going to take this and flip it kind of angled like that, and just, oops, yeah, like that. You're just gonna keep going like this. It's hard to do it on my finger, but you'll see. And just kind of like a zigzaggy shape like this. And I'm just gonna do it right on top. So again for this, I'm just gonna put the glue directly on to the ribbon that I have laid down already. Cap it off for a second. And then just lay the first piece on first. Let that dry. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that, put another dab, fold it over, press, dab, fold, press, dab, fold, press. And then every so often you'll have to flip it over and glue the back as well. And then you're going to continue that all the way around. Once you've done this all the way around, it should look something like this. I ran out around here, but that's okay because we're going to cover it up. Around this portion, I would say, is a good time. I'm going to take the first fabric and I'm going to cut out a circle, and then we're going to attach it to the back so that we have some kind of backing. That's pretty good. And I'm going to attach it, oh, that's actually kind of perfect. I'm going to attach it to the back. Now that we have our backing, don't have to be scared of accidentally gluing things to the table. But in order to cover this little mistake up, I'm gonna take this. It's not actually lace, it's kind of like printed on to this like beige fabric. I'm gonna take this and let's say about that much, about this much. I'm gonna do something similar to this first row, but a lot shorter. Just like this. And I'm gonna do like, oh, maybe maybe a bit longer than that actually. About that much, like 3 fingers long-ish. And I'm gonna do this also attaching it to the backing so that everything's really secure. I'm gonna place this here, let that dry for a second, and attach more glue. And I'm gonna fold it over. And then I think I'm gonna do this just 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, when you're done, it should look something like this. Like, it's super cute. I'm gonna save the button for last just so that we can have a little final reveal. But now I'm gonna turn this over and we're gonna do the back here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the first fabric again and I'm gonna cut 2 thicker strips. And then I'm gonna do the same with each of these other fabrics as well. And we're gonna layer them and put them coming down like this. So I'm gonna cut this first. Okay. I actually feel like it would look really cool if we even kind of did like a double layer of the same fabric. So I'm gonna try and do that. I'm cutting really roughly, but I feel like that kind of adds to like the handmade aspect of it, so I'm not really concerned about that too much. I think it's actually pretty cute if it like really looks like it was DIY'd. So yeah, I'm gonna take about this size, cut it in half, and layer them. I'm gonna clean this up, but essentially, I'm gonna layer these and take one of the second plaid as well as the lace like this. And in the end, it's gonna look something like this. I cut these into like the little triangles at the end and then attached it on the back under this circle. It might be hard to tell because of all the dots, but it's gonna be underneath so that it's all clean. I'm gonna do this second one really quick. So the first thing I'm gonna do, apply some glue. Oh, that's kind of a lot. But I'm gonna just leave that there. And I'm gonna get my sewing stuff. Okay, I have my thread and the knot in the back. I'm gonna sew this starting from this side, going in from here to make sure that the little loop that I made in my thread will be hidden. So I'm gonna kind of gauge where it would go through to match the hole on the little pin thing, right around there. I'm gonna pull it out. It's a bit hard because there's a lot of glue in there, but and I'm gonna go through the other hole here, go through, and then I'm just gonna go through a couple more times. Okay, and then we're just gonna cut this off and tie it at the end. Right. And then just for good measure, we're gonna glue that down as well. It really shouldn't move too much. Now, this is looking a little scary, so we're gonna finally add the little button on. I have these two kind of tortoise shell buttons. So I'm gonna use one of these. I'm hoping, I wonder if I should kind of file this down a little bit. I think I have a nail file. I have this little nail file from my press-on nails that I wear sometimes, so I'm just gonna file this down. Oh, maybe I should move this out of the way. To increase friction? I'm not really sure. But I'm gonna do that. I don't think I need to do too much. Just need to roughen the surface. I think that's pretty good. Then I'm gonna be very generous with the glue here. Just gonna go all around. Bam. And there we go. This is our little DIY ribbon. There are gonna be some little strings falling apart here, so I'm gonna go in with my little teeny tiny thread scissors. I'm gonna clean that up. A little hack with ribbon like this is you're gonna take a lighter and just really gently go over the edges here. Okay, there we go. I'm really gently gonna go here. Just get those all out of the way. I should have been a little more gentle, guys. I burnt it. No. They did surgery on a ribbon. Okay, no one will ever know, guys. Anyway, so this is it. I actually think this could be a little cuter because I have these like random assorted buttons. If I put a little like some of the smaller ones around here, so I'm gonna do that actually. I've decided on these 4 right here. These 2 are a bit more brown, and then I wanted to add a little bit of green in there as well. So I'm gonna file the backs of these and glue these right on there. And that is our final ribbon. I think it's super cute. Oh, this is kind of twisting, but it's fine. All right. I'm so happy how this turned out. All right, so as I said before, I'm gonna make about maybe 4, 5, 6-ish more of these. And I'm gonna curate them for each of my friends. Some of them, like these are gonna be mainly for my work friends, and then some for like just my closer friends. So I don't know everybody's favorite color, but I think, I don't know, it's just something handmade and fun that I can give to them for, you know, the holidays. So I'm gonna make those and check back in with you, and I'll show you everything that I've made later. So check back in whenever I have those done. It's the next morning and I've made 4 more of these rosettes. Here they are. I'm really happy with how all of these turned out. I'm gonna do just a little short explanation of each of these. So I have this one here. Obviously I went for more of a white theme, and I have these little white buttons glued on as well. This is just a plain brown, kind of wooden texture, if you can see. And then I have some lace, some plaid, some of the lace print polka dot, and then this like pink and gray in there. And then I layered these again. For this one, I went more of like a dark chocolate mint type of vibe. Down here, I did 2 layers of the brown. They kind of glued together, so you can't really tell, but... And then I did more plaid lace and this like minty green color as well there, with the button in the middle. For this one, I did 2 shapes for the plaid, a wide and then the kind of skinnier ones here, more lace, and then the same pink and gray lace sort of thing with the button on top, some polka dots, and then I put the white buttons on here as well. Oh yeah, for the last one, I had these little wooden buttons that I also glued on. And then the last one, I went for a monochrome theme. And my favorite part about this is like the little leather part here. I didn't really know how to put the leather onto the main portion, so I didn't, but I used some regular, just plain black on the outside, a layer of lace, white polka dot, some more lace, and then a black leather-ish button in the middle, and then layered for the little leg type things here. So these are the rosettes that I made, and then this is the one that I showed you as an example in the beginning. I hope this inspired you to make your own rosettes for yourself or people you love. And yeah, I hope maybe you learned something from this. If not, I just hope you enjoyed watching me make these. I am going to give these away to my friends, and I will absolutely be making more of these. They're just so easy and so fun to make. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!